Okay, y'all, it is Tuesday Tools. I made that up. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be Transformation Tuesday. We can call it that, but I'm calling it Tuesday Tools because I want to talk to you today about the tools that you have access to in this team. Because you're a part of this team, I want to talk to you about the tools you have access to. If you have a piece of paper, you have a notebook, you have your planner, you have your business activity tracker, somewhere where you can take notes real quick, write these down. I've got 7. There's probably more. So those of you that are watching live, if you think of more tools that I'm not naming, put them in the chat, put them in the thread so that we can add them. But I'm going to give you 7 that I came up with this morning when I was thinking about the tools that we have in this team. And the bottom line is, today's the last day of March. So if you have not achieved Success Club, you have till 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to get those 1, 2, 3, however many more people you have to achieve Success Club. Second, people need what we have today. Now more than ever, people need what we have. If you are thinking that they don't, that is a story you are telling yourself. Every single piece of data, every single number that is being shared tells us people need what we have. If you are a coach on this team, you are not drinking your Shakeology or plugging into Beachbody On Demand. What are you even doing, and how are you not sharing that with people? People need what we have. We need our health now more than ever. People need structure. We all need structure. We all need a game plan every single day. Our workouts, our nutrition, our community, our personal growth, they give us that structure. So I want to give you tools today on this Tool Tuesday. Don't be a tool Tuesday. That's what I'm going to call it. Don't be a tool Tuesday. I want to give you some tools that help you tap into the power that we have on this team, that help you leverage the power that we have in this business, that help you keep your own self on track and also help others stay on track too. You like that? Don't be a tool. I just made that up. This is what happens when you have a football coach for a husband. Like every dumb joke that happens, every possible dad joke times coach joke times ball joke, like I've heard it all. So don't be a tool Tuesday. Number 1, your first tool that you have a set of 18, yes, count them, 18 collaborative power hours. From Monday to Sunday, you have 18 power hours. You have 3 every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 Tuesday, Thursdays, 3 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 2 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 Sunday. You have 18 collaborative power hours led by coaches throughout the entire network. When I became a coach 12 years ago, the question that I found myself saying to myself over and over and over again, because remember, the network was so new. I had never owned a business. I was the team. It was me. And I was trying to figure out all of this, and I didn't have an upline who had a team page like this. We didn't have a team hub. We weren't doing lives. We weren't doing trainings. We had team calls, but they were like 10:30 at night. And there was just a lot of trying to figure all this out on my own. And I had never owned a business. I really did not know what I was doing. And I kept saying to myself when I first became a coach, but what do I do as a coach? But what do I do? There was no business activity tracker. There was something called the game plan, but it wasn't a tracker. There weren't thousands and thousands and thousands of coaches who've created success in some way in this business. There was just sort of this, I think this is going to be really cool, but I'm not sure how to do it. And I would wake up in the morning and I would think, okay, but what do I do as a coach? Well, here's what's beautiful about now, March 31st, 2020. Not one coach on this team or really in the network can ask that question. Not one coach. Because not only do you have a team full of resources, you have the business activity tracker, which is going to be on my list. And you also now have these collaborative power hours, 18 of them throughout the entire week. So as you are a newer coach building your business, you hop on these power hours to learn how to really effectively use your time in an hour. But what about if you're a veteran coach? Why would you not also hop on these power hours to learn how other coaches might be doing something, to reignite a spark, to learn something new? Because the moment that we think we know it all, the moment we stop being coachable is the moment our business, actually our life, is done. And believe me when I tell you, over the course of 12 years, I have seen coach after coach after coach can be uncoachable, and I've watched their business stagnate. And there have been times myself, I'm telling you this from experience, because there have been times myself when I have been less than coachable, and there have been times when I am super coachable. And I can tell you that the times when I'm coachable are the times when my business, when this team is growing. The times where I'm like, no, I'm not trying that. Sure, that works for her, but that won't work for me. Business is stagnant, and so is life. So is life. So you have on your tools 18 power hours stacked throughout the entire week. The schedule for those power hours, including the Zoom, because the Zoom is the same every time, is pinned at the top of this team page. Those are your power hours for quarter 2. And because so many coaches are involved in these collaborative power hours, the coach that leads the Monday 9 a.m. power hour will be different next week than the coach who led it this week. The coach that leads the Tuesday 1 p.m. power hour will be different next week than the coach who leads it this week. So you not only get these incredible structured power hours, but you get to learn from all the coaches throughout the network. It's an incredible tool. If you're not taking advantage of it, that's a choice you're making. Your business will reflect it. Period. Don't be a tool. Take advantage of the tools. So don't be like me 12 years ago and wake up thinking, gosh, what do I do as a coach? I don't know what to do, because there's no reason to ask that anymore. You've got 18 power hours throughout the entire week that you can tap into, period. Tool number 2, we have individual power hours that happen throughout this team throughout the week. All last week, especially now as we're into this quarantine situation and life just being very different, I watched with such pride and joy, and it was just so cool to watch newer coaches on our team simply drop into message threads that they're on and go, hey, I'm getting ready to do a power hour at 2:30. Here's the link if you want to join me. And just extend it. So because we know that when we come together collectively, we're so much stronger. We can learn from each other. It's also sometimes easier to stay focused when you said, okay, for the next 15 minutes, everyone's inviting. And when you're doing that at home, it's easy to get distracted because you're not accountable to anyone, you know? And yes, you need to be accountable to yourself. And yes, it's about having standards for yourself, but why not bring those standards and that accountability into a group? So I watched all last week. I've seen it happen again already this week. These individual power hours where someone on our team is getting ready to work a power hour and they simply extend the invitation to anyone that they happen to be in a message pod with. And it makes me so proud. And these are generally not veteran coaches. These are newer coaches. What leaders? That is true leadership when you just say, hey, I'm doing a power hour. You want to join me? You know, that is recognition that collectively we are better than we are by ourselves, and that why not learn from each other and work together? There's power in this team. So tool number 1, you have 18 collaborative power hours from which to tap into the entire week. That is pinned at the top of the team page. Number 2, I am watching individual power hours happen and I'm loving it. And as I think Amber said last week, you know, if there are power hours happening that don't work for you because of your life schedule, which is totally fine, and you wish there was a power hour happening at X time, run it yourself and drop it in the team page and go, hey, I'm doing a power hour at 5 p.m. Anyone want to join me? Drop it in your message threads. Offer it to your team. Share it with your upline coach. Don't wait for it. create it. Absolutely, someone else will want to join you at that time. So you've got collaborative power hours, you've got individual power hours happening on this team page. Number 3, you have me, Facebook Live every day. That's a tool because I'm bringing you announcements from corporates. I'm bringing you thoughts from my personal growth, which chances are is not the same book that you're reading at the same time. So I'm bringing stuff that I'm reading to you. So you get to learn a little something different. You get me every day on Facebook Live. It's a tool. It's a tool. It's not like, hey, you get me, but it is you get me every day showing up Facebook Live as a tool to help you cipher through the fog, clear away the distraction, because as I said yesterday, I've been doing this for 12 years. No one has tried to navigate through a pandemic like this. No one has lived through this. None of us know what we're doing. But I have navigated through this business for 12 years. And that gives me some tools in my own toolbox that allow me to sift through the distractions more easily than maybe a newer coach can. So you get me every day doing a Facebook Live, helping you sift through the distractions. That's a tool. It's also a tool for your newer coaches as well. So maybe you are a newer coach or you have newer coaches. Get them in this team page so they can understand our team vision, our team goals. What is our team goal for 2020? Type it in the thread. What is our team goal for 2020? Type it in the thread. When a newer coach comes on and they see that team goal, they understand that this team is going somewhere. So you get me every day reminding you that what you do is important, that what you do matters, and that I believe in the power this team has together. So that's a tool. It's a tool for you and it's a tool for your new coaches as well. Number 4, this is a tool that I'm not sure everybody knows about, especially if you are a newer coach. Number 4, the Champions page has an incredible YouTube channel. So as part of my morning routine, when I get up in the morning and I go in the bathroom and I take a shower to get ready, after I've gotten out of the shower, I turn on a YouTube video of some kind, a training video, a motivational video, something where I can learn while I'm getting ready. So I would highly suggest subscribing to the Beachbody Champions YouTube channel and then just working through it. Not only are there power hours there, so if you flip back up to tool number 1, you have 18 collaborative power hours. You have individual power hours that happen from the coaches right here on this team. But on the Beachbody Champions YouTube channel, there are also all the power hours that have been in the Champions page. So maybe someone did one, but you missed it. You couldn't be on live. Chances are it's on the Champions page. You can just watch it as if you are live anytime you want. In fact, you could do, a Zoom with 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 or however many other coaches on this team, pop up that power hour on your Zoom and everybody's doing that power hour together. You don't even have to lead it. So tool number 4 is the Champions page YouTube channel. Also, I'm just waiting for someone to type in the thread our 2020 goal, because if you don't know it, I'm concerned. I love the hearts. I'm just waiting for the 2020 goal to appear in the thread. So far we've had number 1, 18 power hours. Number 2, individual power hours. Number 3, Facebook Lives every day. Number 4, the Champions page YouTube channel. Number 5, you have the National Wake Up Call every Monday that also translates into a podcast. So you can watch it live. You can go back and watch it in that page later. Or if you don't want to watch it, you can simply listen to the podcast. So you've got 3 options for the National Wake Up Call: to watch it live, to watch the video later. So maybe if you can't watch it live, maybe on Tuesday morning, what you pull up in your bathroom while you are getting ready is the video of the National Wake Up Call from Monday, or maybe it's the podcast, whatever works for you, whatever form works for you. But that is tool number 5, the National Wake Up Call. There are so many archived calls. You could spend I don't even want to venture a guess. I mean, veteran coaches that are on here, I mean, how long do you think it would take someone to get through all the national wake-up calls? And certainly, some of the national wake-up calls are not as, relevant now as they might have been, but you've got just hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of content that is a tool for you to plug into, whether you watch it live, whether you watch the video, or whether you watch the podcast. That is tool number 5. Tool number 6 are our collaborative team calls. We did not have one last week because we were supposed to be on Punta Cana, but tonight, and you're going to see it pop up in our team page at noon today as a reminder. You're going to see that graphic pop up. Tonight, our team call, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is with Kim Carver. And there's just no one better at really telling stories, giving context, and also, again, cutting through the fluff and the distraction and providing clarity as to what we need to focus on. So his topic tonight is, what do we need to focus on now? Which is so perfect for ending quarter 1, which is tonight, and starting quarter 2, April 1st, tomorrow. So tonight, 9 p.m., team call with Kim Carver. That is tool number 6. So number 1 was 18 collaborative power hours that you and your team and your coaches, everyone can tap into. Number 2, individual power hours that happen from the coaches on this team. Number 3, Facebook Lives from me every day. Number 4, the Champions Page YouTube channel. Number 5, the National Wake Up Call, live, the video, or the podcast. Number 6, collaborative team calls. And tonight is Kim Carver, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Number 7, the business activity tracker. I saved it for last, but it's really first. The number 1 tool for moving your business forward and for answering the question, what do I do as a coach? What do I do? That tool, the business activity tracker, number 1 tool, hands down. If you're not using the business activity tracker in some way, it's really challenging then to know where you're missing the traction in your business because you're not tracking it on that business activity tracker. Virtually anything that you want to do with your business is on that business activity tracker. And if you want to grow a business exponentially, you want to build a multi-million-dollar business, simply use multiple of the business activity trackers every day so that you're working through them at a higher level. You're 10xing them, like as Grant Cardone says. But the business activity tracker absolutely answers your question, what do I do as a coach? How do I build this business? Work through the business activity tracker. In fact, on the Champions page, which is tool number 4, I did a power hour centered around the business activity tracker. It's one of their most highly viewed videos. I think when the business activity tracker came out, people knew it was a great tool, but they really didn't know how to break it down. And so for my power hour on the Champions page last year in 2019, I just went through the business activity tracker and broke it down. That is living on the Champions Page YouTube channel. So that can also be a power hour for you. But if you're not using the business activity tracker, you're absolutely doing you and your coaches, your team a disservice, because that answers the question, what do I do as a coach? No matter what kind of business you want to build, whether it's a small hobby business or a multi-million-dollar business, that tracker answers that question. Okay, quickly recap, and then we're going to call it quits so you can get to work. Number 1, Tuesday tools. Number 1 in how to not be a tool on Tuesday. Number 1, 18 power hours, collaborative power hours. Remember, the graphic is pinned to the top of this page. It's got the times and the Zoom for it. I'm not unpinning that. That will stay up there so that you can always access it. Number 2, the individual power hours that coaches are running, absolutely amazing. Keep doing them. Keep stepping into your leadership and keep offering those and just keep working together. We're so much stronger together. Number 3, Facebook Lives. You get me every single day bringing you up-to-date news, personal growth, thoughts and ideas, and just all the things to try to help keep us all on the same track moving forward towards the same goal of 2020. Number 4, Champions Page YouTube channel. I think a lot of people don't even know that exists. The Champions Page YouTube channel, it's just a gold mine of so much information there. You could just dive deep into that page, that channel, and learn so much, as could your newer coaches. Number 5, the National Wake Up Call, either live, the video, or the podcast. Number 6, team calls, including tonight with Kim Carver, 9 p.m. Eastern time. You're going to see that graphic go up in our team page a little bit later. And those of you that have heard Kim Carver know he just, delivers every time. There's rarely been a time when Kim Carver has spoken that he's not made me cry. So we shall see if that happens tonight. And he tells the most amazing stories. He's so great. We're really lucky to have him at Beachbody. Number 7, probably the most important, is the business activity tracker. And I know some of my newer coaches, Erin Wilkes and I just had a conversation yesterday, and I know that she's done this. She has actually copied, just a multitude of business activity trackers and had them bound so that that's what she's working through for her tracker. The business activity tracker answers the question, what do I do as a coach? It's an incredible tool. And not using it is really doing yourself and your team a disservice, because it really lines out how to build this business, no matter how big or how small you might want to build it. So here's the deal. We really need each of you. We need all of us on this team, no matter how new, veteran, doesn't matter. We need all of us on this team to make the team better. We need all of us on our team to make our families better. We need all of us on the team to make our communities better. We need all of us to level up just a little bit. And if we all level up just a little bit, it rises the tide for everybody. So maybe you weren't using the business activity tracker, now you are. That's you leveling up just a little bit. Maybe you've never tapped into the Champions Page YouTube channel, and you start tapping into that. It becomes a regular part of your power hours. That's you leveling up a little bit. Maybe you've never led a power hour, and you decide to do that every week with your team, with your colleagues, with your teammates. That's you leveling up a little bit. If all of us level up just a little bit, it rises the tide for all of us. So what each of us does affects all of us. That's the beauty of being on a team. That's why the name of the business is called Team Beachbody. Team Beachbody, not Carl Beachbody. Team Beachbody. And when you tap into that power and you start tapping into these tools that you have available to all of us, if each of us starts tapping into these tools, then all of us gets better, because the momentum and the energy and the vibe that we build and we create together, it's unstoppable. So stay close to the fire. Remember what we talked about yesterday. Proximity creates connection. So stay close to the fire. Tap into these tools. I will see you tomorrow for What's Up Wednesday. Make it a great Tuesday. Last day of the month. Go get it.